Hello everybody. Welcome to the live stream. Let me know if you can hear me. I just had, well, about 10 minutes ago, I had my main top-down camera die. So then I hooked up another camera and it just died. So we might just be working on one camera today. So thank you to the iPad for surviving whatever is happening to all my electronics. So thank y'all for being here. I think everything's up and working. Rachel's a robot and she's malfunctioning. Uh-oh. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, awesome. That is good. The audio is working. We will take it. 2 cameras down, but we have 1 working camera and working audio. We'll definitely take it and see what we can do. So I do think this would probably be an okay live stream for me to only have 1 camera, because I think I'm going to be working kind of like this anyway, so then I can kind of like show you what I'm working on. Hi everybody. Saw several people were up late at night. Thanks for hanging out. If you have to go to bed, no worries. Yes, I do know it is a good time for my Australian friends, so I'm glad to see y'all. Worbla is a pain in the blank to use. I hope you have a better luck than I did my first time. Well, we'll see. I have avoided touching it. Well, I've touched it to cut some pieces out. But I will, this is going to kind of be my very first go around. Oh, Stormy came. You gonna say hi? Stormy came to say hi. She's going to say hi to everyone. Let me know if this is your first time at the live stream. And happy birthday to Naomi. Her birthday is today. And let me know if it's your birthday also. Oh, what are you doing? Okay, sorry. I'm messing with my comments. There we go. She came by to say hi. I do have my filter going. And so hopefully, since we're going to be heating up plastic, hopefully that will be good. I haven't seen anyone wear a mask with this, so. Oh, Renee's was last week. Happy late birthday to Renee, and happy late birthday to Sasha. Hi, everybody. Oh, thank you for the super chat, Nancy. Thanks for sharing your talents. First time at the live stream for Monica. That's awesome. Okay, I'm missing comments. I messed up my comments. It's my unbirthday. All right. Okay, so let me tell you a little bit about what I have going on. Oh, I clicked a comment. Rocket says hi to Stormy. Okay. Let me show you what I have going on. It's just been the day of last minute panicky fixing stuff. But let me tell you what I did. So I purchased this a while ago. This black, what I called Worbla. When I went to go grab the link to put it in my description, come to find out, I purchased off-brand, probably because it was cheaper, because that is, that's me. I'm going to look for the deal. I'm going to look for something a little bit cheaper, especially when something I haven't tried before. So I don't know how this is going to work. This is, I think, one of the first links down below. Like I said, in the thing, don't purchase it until we see how it works. But this black color is the off-brand. It's just some kind of thermoplastic that is supposed to work the same as Worbla. But then I realized I put in my thumbnail, I put in my title, I'm trying Worbla. So I ran around today and found real Worbla. So so I just don't want to be like, hey, I'm trying Worbla, and then it's not even Worbla. So we're going to try it out. First time caller, long time listener. Okay, So let me know if you have worked with Worbla before. I have a few ideas on what we can do. It's basically, okay, so let me tell you what I understand it to be. It is a plastic that you can heat up and then mold, and then once it stops being warm or it cools down to room temperature, then it hardens back up, and then you can you know, use it for whatever you're using it for. I braved the outside world just for our Worbla education. I did. A little bit panicky, but I did it. And then this seems a little bit thinner, and so it'll be interesting to see how strong the pieces are. And then this one feels a lot more stiff. So maybe they're good for two different things. So we'll see. So let me tell you my ideas on, oh, let me tell you what's linked down below. So there's two people that I have seen, and then also were continually recommended to me for Worbla. So if you want to see someone who knows what they're doing, I have linked them down below. So I think it's Lily Designs. I have seen her video where she did a, it was a vaulted ceiling with Worbla. It was really cool. And so yeah, I linked that video. And then Poppin Atelier, I think I'm saying it right, I linked a video where she made shoes for a Winifred Sanderson doll. Really, really cool as well. So if you want to, I thought those were two good different techniques to see with the same material. So one is a vaulted ceiling, one is a small pair of shoes. So today, I don't know what I'm doing with this material, so I'm just going to kind of give you my first impressions and try to make something. And it may be a success and it may be a failure, but we shall see together. Let's see. Is it called Worbla because that's the noise? I don't know. That's the noise it makes. This one definitely, if I can figure out what the camera is, this one definitely is a lot more bendable and malleable, and this one is much more stiff. So, like I said, could have two different uses. I don't even know if this one's really going to work well, so I'm glad I got this one also. Now, the thing with this is you have to warm it up. So over here, I have a heat gun, which I don't like using, and I have a hair dryer, and I have an oven mitt because that's all I have. So I'm going to try to use the hair dryer and see how well that will work first, to try and avoid, wow, I'm getting all mixed up with my words already, to try and avoid using the heat gun if possible. So I will tell you what I thought about making today, because I really would love to make a vaulted ceiling another time, sometime, and use Lily Designs technique and make a vaulted ceiling because it looks so cool. But the thing that's always so hard, and people have asked me several times to teach them how to make, is bathroom accessories. So tub, toilet, things like that. And I think it could be interesting to see if I could make something like this with Worbla, because that's kind of, well, at least this one's very smooth. So it's kind of the texture I could maybe get, and it's gonna be a lot easier to form it than it would be to try and make it out of paper or something like that. Now I have a tub. I do not have a toilet. So I don't know if that's going to be too technical. I think I'm going to try and make a toilet out of Worbla. So we shall see. That's not what I thought I was going to make this morning, but we'll see how it goes. Like I said, it could be cool, could be a mess by the end. We'll see. I grabbed several things to like use as forms. So lots of different size pins. This is a light. This is like a little wooden vase thing. I have just some random glass things. This is a deodorant cap. So lots of different things that I can maybe use to form the Worbla and see if we can get a shape that will work. And then Ryan Wells had left me a comment saying that wood tools work the best with Worbla, but I don't have wood tools. I have some metal tools. Get some wax paper or silicone mat in case it sticks. I do have some wax paper somewhere. Okay. Oh, using it as a vacuum form would be really cool. This is twice exciting. First using Worbla, first time doing a bathroom. Well, bathroom seems to be like coming at me. I don't know if that's the right phrase, but in my last video with the captain's quarters, I had mentioned the room for here, and there were a lot of people who wanted it to be a bathroom. So I'm like, okay, gotta figure out this bathroom thing. So let me go grab some wax paper really quick, and then I think we'll be ready to go because I don't want my first thing I do is to get it stuck to my work table. So I'm gonna go get wax paper. I'll be right back. Okay. All right. Stormy's really worried about why I'm running through the house. Okay. Hey everyone, she's making toilet. We gotta be really mature. Super mature. Okay. Hello from Romania. I love your videos so much. They help me so much with my anxiety and help me sleep at night. Well, welcome. Thank you for being here. Okay, so I'm going to put my wax paper down like so. And hopefully this camera will... See, I'm not quite sure if it's a good idea to warm it up on this here. It may not be a good idea. Okay. That's why I brought this table over here. So I might just use this table because I could start warping just everything around me. So I'm gonna bring this over. Hopefully you can still see. Okay, we're not making a toilet yet. We're just experimenting. Okay, I've got my oven mitt, but I think I'm just going to try and see if I can use the hairdryer, and then hopefully I can touch it without any problems. So I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, we're gonna try the actual Worbla first and see what we can do. I guess I need to have a plan for if this, what's my plan gonna be? Well, I guess it hardens back up. So we're just gonna see how wobbly it gets. That'll be our initial plan. So, okay. This could be an old hairdryer, or it may just take a while. It's flattening a little bit. We'll try a little bit longer, but it's taking a little bit. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to use the heat gun. It'll be okay, but it's just not, It could also be that this is a really old hair dryer and it was never really hot in the first place. I even have masking tape on it that says do not use this setting. So, okay. So I'm just going to try that. I'm going to do the heat gun on the low setting, and I'm just going to warm up the corner here. Oh, that's going a lot faster. So I think it was my hair dryer. Yeah. Okay. So that worked a lot better. Someone in a comment said it was like melting cheese. And yes, it does feel like a little, like one of those fake tasting slices of cheese that you put on your sandwich. All right, let's see how well it kind of folds over this block. See what kind of stretch I can get on it. And it's not too hot, so. So you can see it starts taking whatever shape you press it to pretty quickly, I think. I grabbed this block because I thought if I can't make a toilet, maybe I can make a box thing around the block. Yeah, it does cool pretty quick. So then if I remove my block, this light, there we go. If I can get the shine off of it, it's still holding its shape. So I guess if you needed like a lot of copies of a certain shape or something, then maybe this would work for that. So now I'm going to try and, oh, can I see fingerprints on it? No, I don't think so, but it does have a very, it is very textured. So if it was like more smooth, let me look at this side. I didn't really touch this side though. This side is a little bit more smooth, but it does have texture. The toilet doesn't work, you can make an outhouse. True. All right, so now I'm going to try and flatten it back out because apparently you're supposed to be able to do that. So, there we go. Let's flatten it back out. And this is the low setting of my heat gun. Okay. It's not too hot, so I can, oh my goodness, I wish I had two cameras. So then it just kind of flattens back out. I don't think you can probably get it as perfect as it was before, unless maybe you smash it with something else flat. Let's try that. Oh, I think I just stuck it to something. Okay, it came off. Can I stretch it? Yeah, I think it'll stretch. I think it's a little like fondant. If you've ever used fondant and tried to pull it over a cake, I think it has a certain amount of stretch in it, and then after a certain point, it's gonna be done. So it kind of, okay, I know what it reminds me of. It kind of reminds me of those cowhide chewy things, like the really thin ones you get, like you can get for dogs. That's what the texture reminds me of. Don't leave the creations in the car in hot weather. No. I did have someone leave me a message saying that they found out the hard way. So definitely do not put it, if you make something with this and it's like standing on its own, do not put it in a car. Yeah. Do you think a vacuum former would work well with it? I think so. I think it would. I don't know though. So it would be something to try out though. All right, so let's test the black one and see. This is the off-brand one. So here we go again. Y'all get a beautiful view of the back of my trash can and my phone while we're heating stuff up, and occasionally stormy. You can kind of see the wax paper change color a little bit, so that's how you can tell that there's a lot of heat going on there. I'm just gonna stop it now and see what it's doing. Oh no, that didn't change it at all. All right, this one's probably, I'm guessing because it's gonna have to be, it's a lot thicker, it's going to have to take a lot more heat. Okay, all right. Let me try again. Oh, which one did I do? This one. Okay, the corner started coming up a little bit. Ooh, that's a lot hotter. That had to get a lot more hot for it to do anything. And it's cooling off really, really fast. Okay. So I am thinking, in my opinion, my newly learned Worbla opinion, that this stuff would be probably a lot better for something that maybe would be a little bit more structural, something that you wouldn't want to melt in the car or lose its shape at any point, but it's going to take a lot more heat. It's going to be a lot harder to handle. You're actually going to have to protect your skin, and you're going to have a lot less time to work with it. So I do think this could still be good because, as you can see, this side is very smooth, super duper smooth. And then this side has more of like, what am I trying to think? I wanted to say basketball texture, but like tiny basketball texture. But yeah, so, and I saw someone say burning plastic. I don't smell anything. I'm super duper sensitive to smell, and with both of these, I don't smell. Not even when I'm close to it. I don't smell any of the any plastic. One side of the Worbla is coated with a heat activated adhesion. Oh, okay. Maybe for big pieces you can heat it in the oven, that way it would be even. Possibly. I would just make sure you keep an eye on it so it doesn't like melt in your oven, because that would be a huge mess. Sorry if I missed this question before, but could it be melted around or over something in an oven? I don't know. This is my first time messing with it, so maybe you just have to be like watching it like a hawk to make sure that it didn't just melt all over everything and then just like completely fall off. So I do think I will still most likely use this, but it will be, so for example, This room right here I did on the captain's quarters where I had that curved wall that was in there. Oops, sorry. I'm trying not to shake the camera too much. There's that curved wall that goes from the top to the back. This could be something decent for that because I don't have to I don't have to worry about this melting in the car. That had to get way hotter than a car. Anyway, so that's what this could be. More structural, less detail. All right, so this would probably be, because it's thinner and already a little bit more pliable, would definitely be more apt for making small details, small little miniatures, and definitely more like the video of Poppin' Atelier where she made the shoes. Does it seem like it shrinks when it cools? I don't think so. It looked like it was starting to shrink when I heated it up because it started like pulling up at the corner. So that's kind of weird. But it definitely, it still holds its thickness. I don't think I could have pulled this one very well without it just being really, really, really warm. Okay, so I promised y'all a toilet. It's almost been 30 minutes. Let's start making a toilet and we'll see how far we can get with that. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to start doing this. I think it makes sense to make the bowl. Oh, and then also I want to do tests on how to cut it because I have seen Poppin' Atelier cut it with scissors. I don't know if an X-Acto knife would cut it, but I'm sure you kind of have to be careful about putting it on your mat so it doesn't stick. Get some of the gloves you use with curling ones. Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah, because I wouldn't be able to form anything with my giant oven mitt. So, thank you for the super sticker, Cosmo Fire. Lou live stream, yep. For the scraps, would you be able to merge them together? I don't know if you would be able to do that, but I imagine you could use them for like small details on things. No idea what this is meant to be used for, but if you need heat to mold it, perhaps you could use one of those heat guns. That's what I'm using back here. So we will see. Does it stick to clay? I don't know. I've heard it sticks to like metal and things like that. It didn't stick to the wood. So if you wanted to use wood as a mold, then you can. All right, so I think I'm going to try and mold the toilet bowl part and just see how far we can get. And see if we can do it. I did get some tin snips, which is what was recommended to cut off pieces. So I'm going to cut a piece that I think will be large enough for the toilet bowl. Does it stick to itself? I think it does. We will test that when I start making this toilet bowl, because then if I can get it to wrap around and stick to itself, that would be really helpful. When I watched the video that I linked down below where she made the doll shoes, it did look like they just stuck to themselves. Or the Worbla stuck to itself. All right. I don't really know how I'm going to do this. We're just going to try. I think I'm going to be making quite a bit of use of this shape, which I know is not helpful to you because I don't know where this came from or why I have it. But you may also have something in your home that you don't know where it came from or why you have it that may also work. So, can you iron it using wax paper and a cloth with that material in the middle? I would imagine so, as long as you have something so that it wouldn't stick to your iron. Hopefully it's okay for me to say I bought some of your 3D printed items and I bought some 3D printed items, one of your furniture patterns from your website, and I couldn't be happier. Yay, I'm so glad to hear that. Thank you. I actually have something new in my store today. If you got my email blast, the captain's desk is now available in my store. Huh, that one. There are so many issues with that little that little pattern. It just was driving me crazy. It was mostly the 3D printing that was driving me crazy because I couldn't get the legs to not be brittle. I wanted them to be strong. It does look like a chess piece, but it has like a hole in it. I don't know what chess piece it would be. Maybe a rook. I think Rachel might have a link. No, I don't ship to Australia yet. I'm going to keep checking. So I'll put it in my email definitely as soon as I ship to Australia again, because I used to be able to and there was no problem. So now it's like $75 for just like a little bitty package. Okay, so I'm going to heat this up again and we'll just see what happens. We're just going to go for it. Let's see. I'm going to have the camera set up here. So as soon as I have it heated, I can come over here and start shaping things. Grab, this kind of maybe looked like a toilet bowl shape to me. It's a weird thing to walk around your house and look for things that remind you of a toilet. But here we go. We've got several things ready. Okay. I'm going to be over here with the heat gun heating up the Worbla. The heat gun's a lot quieter than the hairdryer anyway. Woo! Okay. We're going to try this. Feels like a little piece of cheese. Thank you, Rachel, for putting the link in there. I think I'm just going to first, I guess I'm going to do it this way. Try to wrap it around like so. Oops. Not even on camera. And I may have to cut part of it later. And that's okay. Just trying to get the first initial shape. It'd be nice if I could kind of push it around here to start to get the top of the toilet bowl. That kind of looks like it. Yeah, someone said it's great for costumes and props. And I think that's where you can mostly find it, is like a lot of people who do cosplay use it. And I think the first time I actually saw it ever used was on Rachel Maxey's channel, and she uses it for a lot of cosplay things. All right, so have my little toilet bowl chunk. Okay, now I have to decide how I'm going to move forward with this. I'm not even on camera. There we go. All right, what I Hello? Is everyone there? Are we back? Oh my goodness. Maybe it's not my cameras. Maybe it's something else. Okay, let me know if you see me again. You see me now? Okay. Woohoo! We're back. Oh my goodness. The cameras are on vacation today, I think. Audio is muffled. volume? I don't know. Okay, is the volume better now? Settings, audio, iPad, microphone. Okay, is that better? Can you hear me? Not better. Barely. Okay. Oh, you can hear me? Better, but still not good. Okay, let me try one more thing. Test, test. Okay. Oh, better? No, I'm just running on the iPad now, and it's just giving me all sorts of problems here. Okay. Bye, Melissa. Okay. All right. I think I'm just going to continue on. I'm sorry that it's not working. It says it's working for some people, so I'm going to just try and talk louder and continue on. So darn it. Okay. It says to restart my device, but if I do that, it's going to end the live stream. So what do y'all want me to do? You want me to try and restart everything, or do you want me to try to keep going? Let me know. I'm going to try and cut out part of the toilet. We just started on our toilet. Bye, Yezi. Don't blame YouTube. I think that's a good idea. Keep going, it's fine. Okay. All right, if I have to, I'll just take down the live stream and then I will re-upload it later. Okay. All right, I'm going to try and cut the bowl out and just see how it goes. It is a little tough to cut through when it's not warm. So I just tried to cut the top off. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to reheat it and try and stuff these little frilly pieces back in. It made a satisfying noise. Okay, so I'm actually going to hold this with my this thing, and then I can try to heat it up that way. That way I can be a little bit, although I don't know, is that gonna melt this? Maybe I'll just not do that. I'll put it, here we go, I'll put it back on this and then heat it. There we go, that's what I'm gonna do. just gonna heat the top of the toilet so I can fold it in. Fold in the cheese. That's a good reference. Okay. So now that's kind of a little bit more warm. So I don't want it to completely envelop this piece, so I'm going to carefully pull it out and hopefully it will keep most of its shape. So I can see it kind of being sculptular. That's not a word. Folding the cheese. All right, so we have somewhat of a shape here. So I think what I want to try and do is like flatten this back part out and maybe try to connect it. So that means I'm going to try my best not to D-shape this part, and I'm just going to try and warm up these back pieces. So let's see if I can stick this back on here now. It's going to kind of help me keep its shape. I can't believe my excitement in seeing you make a toilet. It was hard for me to believe I was going to make a toilet too, but I thought, you know, that would be a good test of this if I could actually make something that looks like a toilet. Also a good test of my toilet shaping skills, I guess. Okay. Hopefully I'm just going to warm up the back part. Really just takes a few seconds with the heat gun. So, and it's not really having to warm it up too much. It can be a little warm to the touch, but it's not going to burn me at all. So now I just have to figure out how I want this to go. It does stick together. That is something I have just found out. It does stick together. So make sure you want it to stick together before you do it. You're okay with the sound and picture? I'm trying to talk a little bit louder. I know I talk a little bit soft sometimes. So I'll try to speak a little bit louder than normal. Hope I don't sound like I'm yelling at some of you. Okay, so all I did was kind of, hopefully, you know what I should do? I was trying to straighten this out with my finger. And what I need to do is find a surface that's flat to flatten it against. So I can make this a flatter piece. Okay. So now we have what looks like the top of a toilet, kind of like the side of a toilet. I wonder if I should go ahead and make kind of like the foot that it would sit on and then flatten this part out to make like the base. Okay, so I'm going to try and cut this flatter. And this may, well, we know this toilet will not turn out super great. We already know that. But if it turns out the shape of a toilet, then we will have accomplished something. Really appreciate everything you do for us, especially when your mic decided to be a jerk and so did your camera and you went all the way outside. Honestly, I don't deserve you. My technology is really trying my patience today. That is for sure. I do think I'm just going to have to find a whole new streaming camera, and it's just going to have to be one of those investment things, because the iPad works, but when I'm trying to show like miniatures and texture and things like that, I feel like it just doesn't have the detail I want. It's actually not too bad to cut it with scissors. I think you could cut it with a Dremel too. It is still a little bit warm. I don't think it gets brittle. I don't feel like it's brittle. Okay, my toilet is not even. If you can see that, it's going whoosh. I've got to even up my toilet. You know when you do this to like even up your toilet? Relatable content here is what that's what you can find on this channel. Okay, I think our toilet's more even now. Let's see. Not brittle unless it's very cold, and only the black Worbla tends to do that. Okay, well, that's good to know. The black stuff I have is not actually the Worbla brand, so this stuff is much more what people are using when they say Worbla. Okay, so I'm going to use this scrap. I'm going to flatten it out and hopefully make a little base for the toilet. Can you file it? I don't know. That's a good question. Thank you for the super chat, Andy. I appreciate that. Yeah, sorry about the audio. Everything seems to be falling apart here. I am yelling and we're trying our best. Okay, so I heated this up, and then I'm going to try and attach it here, and then hopefully I can kind of cut around, and we'll see how that goes. Thank you for doing your videos. I love them all, but I really like the ones where you're trying out new mediums. It helps a lot to see trial and errors. Thank you so much. I actually enjoy doing the videos like this because I get to try something new. I don't feel like a lot of pressure to come up with something good by the end of the video, because we're all just kind of like, you know, trying and figuring things out. Okay, so I'm going to put this on my desktop, my work top, and try to push it flat. It could be that the bottom of my toilet's not super flat. I don't feel like it's taking hold, or it's like sticking really well to each other here. And maybe what I need to do is warm this up and warm this up and then stick them together. Fold it under to make the base thicker, maybe. That would be a good idea. Maybe I should get a bigger piece. I think I'll get a thicker piece and we'll try that, because I can always use this scrap for another part. Is it all melt joints, or is there also an adhesive? I think there's an adhesive on it, is what several people have said. And I don't know if it's this shiny stuff that's on here that's the adhesive or not. I'm not quite sure. Okay. So I'm going to try and fold this over to make a double thickness, and then we'll try to stick this on here. So Lenore only just came across the stream, but I'm the North American rep for Worbla and I love minis, so this is very cool. If you folks have questions, I'd be happy to answer. That is awesome. Thank you so much, Lenore. If y'all have questions, please leave them in the comments because I obviously am just learning. I don't know what I'm doing. And just trying this out for the first time. So I am so glad. That's why I love the comments, because I know there are so many people who know more than I do. So, all right, I'm going to warm this up and then we will fold it over. I like the question, what adhesives work with it? That's a great question. Okay, so I'm going to try and fold this over. We're folding the cheese again. Oop, I didn't fold it straight. I don't think there's any unfolding it. Use a roller, that was a good idea. All right, I don't have a roller at my desk. Oh, I have these. I'm going to try and roll with these. See how flat I can get it. Sorry, you might wobble a little bit. Lenore, you got lots of questions coming your way. We are a curious community, that is for sure. Okay, I have a double thickness of Worbla here, and it is definitely stuck together, so I'm guessing the shiny side is maybe the adhesive side, which I just put on the inside. Maybe Lenore knows. So now what I'm going to try and do is heat up both of these pieces and see if they will stick together. If not, let me know what Lenore said about the adhesive, because I might have some. Anything that works for plastic, it is solvent stable, so adhesives don't melt it. Okay, so maybe like super glue. Stormy will not be allowed near the Worbla potty. That is for sure. Okay, she actually we don't actually give her any raw hides, so she wouldn't even be tempted. I'm pretty sure. Any updates on Pubert Adams? Nope, I haven't. I don't have a Pubert in my project, but you never know. Maybe one day. All right, I'm gonna heat up both off to the side, and then we will try stick it together. Okay. Alright, see if I can stick it down on camera. Oh, they do stick to each other. I should have paid more attention and stuck it straight down a little bit better. Okay, so I guess the adhesive isn't just on one side. And then I want to try and make this the back of the toilet as well. So I think I'm going to heat it up again. So this is what we have so far. It's a hollow toilet, but it is a toilet. Alright, so let me warm it up some more. Adhesive is all the way through the mix, you just need to make sure it's warm enough to activate. Okay. get my heat gun to behave. Okay, so now I'm going to try and bend this up. Oh my goodness. Well, it's getting a little frumpy, and that's probably because I've heated it up so many times. I'm going to stick a glue stick in there to press against so that I can make sure that the bottom of the toilet is staying rounded. And thank you so many of you for sticking with me with the audio thing going on. I appreciate that. Thank you, Howard, for the super chat for my Worbla supply fund. I know, this stuff's really fun. I do think it'll be a really great material to like pull from and just be like, hey, I need something that like goes whoosh, and then I'll be like, hey, I have that. It's Worbla. Okay, so it's a little slumpy in the back, but you know, it's our first time with Worbla and we're making a toilet, so it's okay. We're testing things out, trying new skills. Okay, so I think I am going to try to warm up the bottom, lay it flat on my surface, and see if I can cut it with an X-Acto blade. I think that's the first time I've heard a toilet described as being frumpy and slumpy. It's a very unique toilet. That is for sure. Oh my goodness. Hopefully, whenever the live stream goes up, the closed captioning will be available, and then that'll be a little bit easier. And maybe I'll just take it down and boost the audio as well. Or maybe we'll just have to do another Worbla live stream at another time. Live streams. Okay, so let me warm this up. I'll try to use my hands to explain what I'm doing. Okay. I'm going to move you down. Hold on. We're going to test cutting it with a blade. Hopefully it's soft enough. Oh, there we go. I'm going to try and squish it down flat the best that I can. It's possible. I'm cutting a little further away from it just to see if I can do it. I can do it. I do think the Worbla has to be pretty warm for it to work. Don't put it in a vacuum form, it sticks, but clear Worbla won't. Okay, that's good to know. Alright, let me see. It's kind of cooling down now, so yeah, I think you have to do it while it's still warm. But the good thing is you can always just warm it back up. Okay, time to rewarm it back up because it's starting to cool off pretty quickly. welcome back. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, Shammy has a birthday. Happy birthday, Shammy. You are way too busy to host an extra live stream, but I appreciate it. It's been fun to work with this and just kind of see what's possible. Oh yeah, when you warm it up, it's a lot easier to cut through. But it's also a lot easier to squish. So let me form my toilet bowl back. Although I guess I should cut first and then reform. Cut first, then reform. Whew. Okay. I think it's easier to do with scissors. I'm going to try these little tiny scissors to see if I can cut this a little bit easier. It's a little better. Okay. My toilet's slumping again. Hi, Thisbe. Did Lenore say yes to Dremel? But absolutely work with a Dremel. Oh, that's good to know. Okay, so I'm just using a pen to kind of bulk out the toilet again where it was kind of sagging a little bit. All right, I'm going to warm up this side and cut it. I think if you like working with paper, but you wish paper would curve a little bit more, you might like this. Because I like working with paper, and I am enjoying this a lot. Alright, I'm going to try and cut the other side. I'm just already thinking of the thumbnail with the wonky toilet in it. It'll be a fun one. Alright. And then I have to form my toilet back again. Wobbly Worbla porta potty. Okay, so as you can see, it does cut away fairly easily. I do like cutting it with a set of scissors more than I like cutting it with a blade. But that could just be because I'm working on a very weird shape, for sure. I wonder, okay, do you remember when we made the square shape on this? Maybe I could make the back of the toilet on this first and then stick it on. I think that could work. We could try it. Am I Canadian? Nope, I am American and I live in Texas. Which someone mentioned that maybe it was the wildfires that might be causing an issue with the connection, at least. And that could be it. It's not super close to me, but I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so what I'm going to try and do is warm this up and start making the tank over on this. Here's gonna read this later and laugh herself giddy. Definitely. I know I'm missing a lot of comments. The Worbla toilet is taking up a lot of my attention here, but I actually have a toilet shape, which I'm pretty impressed about. I didn't know if this was gonna work at all. All right, we're gonna make the tank over this. fold it over like this, and then like this. And I think what I'm going to do is pinch the corners together and then cut the corners off, maybe. We'll see. Oh yeah, there's lots of different toilet types out there for sure. Hi, Zaida. Alright, so I'm gonna try and cut the corners off. I don't know if Lenore's still here, but thank you for answering so many questions. I really appreciate that, especially since a lot of us are very new. Did you miss why we're making a toilet? We're making a toilet because I'm trying to use Worbla, and the most curvy thing I could think of was bathroom fixtures, and I came up with toilet because I don't have a toilet actually. I have a bathtub, but I don't have a toilet. I don't know if it's stuck to this wooden thing, but I cut all the corners off. So now I'm going to try to pull this off. And we have a little box. As easy as a little box I've ever made. And it can go up there. Can't believe we made a toilet out of Worbla. Okay. I do think this needs to be straightened out a little bit, and typically the toilet tank's a little bit lower here. Oh yeah, it could be a bidet. Okay. I think I need to make the toilet lid next for it to make sense. Honestly, the best thing Worbla has been used for. Oh my goodness, I am sure that is not true. So sorry, but I have to go now. As usual, you're thoroughly entertaining and amazingly talented. Oh, thanks for being here. A gravity toilet? I don't know what a gravity toilet is. Is that the one where the tank is like really up high on the wall? Okay. I'm going to make the lid of the toilet. I think I'm going to have to do another double, like, folded over piece. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to make another folded over piece. And I have all these little scraps here that I'm making sure that I keep. Because this stuff is expensive. It is expensive. But as we learned from me trying to buy something a little less expensive, it's going to be a little tougher to work with. So if you want something with these sculptural properties, then you're definitely going to want to go with Worbla. Okay, we're going to fold over a piece, make a toilet lid. There we go. Toilet from Flushing Meadows. Oh, toilet seat. Should I make a toilet seat? Or just a toilet lid? Oh, should I make hinges? How much time have we been? Oh man, we still got 50 minutes. We could try to make it actually open. Hold on. I think we could do that for sure. Toothpicks. All right, I think I'm gonna point you down, and this is where we could use our scraps here, I think. Oh, this will be actually pretty easy to make hinges, I think. Okay, so I'm gonna point you down at the desk here. All right, so we have our toilet. We're going to make like some long strips here. They're not very straight, but that's okay. They'll match the theme of our wonky toilet. All right, so all we need really is, well, all you need is 2, but we're gonna do 3. It'll make it a little bit more steady, I think. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have 2 that are connected to the toilet and 2 that are connected to the seat, or 1 that's connected to the seat. Yeah, I think so. We'll make the hinge and then we'll decide. All right, so I'm gonna warm these pieces up really quick and then I shall be back to the desktop. Okay. Oh, whoa. Those kind of wanted to fly all over the place. Oh, and I stuck them all together. Great job, Ara. Okay, so what I'm going to do before they cool off is fit them all kind of the same way over the toothpick. I should have been a little bit neater with it, but we're just playing around, so. You gotta make sure they still move. So I just folded little strips over the toothpick. WL asks, I just got here, so I hope this question has been asked. Why not use clay? Is that what you want to? Is that because you want to try a new type of product? I think you can use clay. I feel like for me, clay, I always have a hard time with clay because I feel like it's very delicate and you just can get fingerprints in it really, really easily. And so I've always wanted to try Worbla, and I do think you could probably make something like this out of clay, possibly just as easily, but I think people work in different ways. So it's always good to have another option. That's one thing I like about miniatures, is there's always more than one way to make something. Okay, so I need to make this back part right here. Oop, y'all can't see. This back part right here, so I have something to stick the hinges to. So let me warm up some more Worbla. I think you do have like a little bit more of a time constraint with this than you would with polymer clay, because polymer clay, obviously you put it in the oven when you're ready. All right, I'm going to fold this over, make a double thickness. I'm going to cut out a piece that I think will work. On the back here. I think I'm going to cut it right there. You can put little indentions into it pretty easily with your fingernail. So I imagine you could texture it if you really wanted to. All right. So probably not structurally accurate to a toilet, but a place to put our hinge. All right. I'm going to warm up this spot right here and this piece again, and then attach them together. All right, so let's stick this piece on. And it's just going to span back here so I have a place to add the hinges. This piece is starting to look really awkward here. Okay. I'm missing a lot of comments, so sorry if anyone's asking a question. This is going really smoothly. I'm impressed with Air's ability to work with a new project. Also Worbla. Yeah, it has been pretty easy to work with. So I'm very glad that I went and got this stuff, because I think I'd be real struggling if I had just stuck with the tougher stuff. Worbla is a plastic that kind of gets softer with heat, and then you can mold it. And usually it's not used for making tiny toilets, but just thought we could try. Thank you, Jay. Okay, so now we can try out the hinge idea. I do think I should probably neaten up my hinges just a little bit. Neater hinges for our wonky toilet. This is a weird project. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, let's see if we can get this hinges. I'm going to stick the hinges on here, and then there's going to be one loose one that's going to hold the toilet seat. Lenore says you can buy small sheets for minis specifically, and it's cheaper that way. Oh, that's a good idea. Okay, that is good to know. All right, so I'm going to warm up the hinges again. Hopefully they won't stick together. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try and neaten them up just a little bit while they're warm. Not on camera, Ava. There we go. It did come unstuck a little bit. Probably means it wasn't stuck very good in the first place. You do have to work a little bit quickly, but I think if, you know, the only consequence really is that you have to warm it back up again. So let's see if I can get this stuck down. Here. And then we have one hinge piece that's left moving that we can attach the toilet seat to. Of course, we're going to need to remove these pieces here. Let's see if the hinges are connected. I didn't think we would be making a work, well, it's not going to be working. Let's see. It's a product with basically zero waste. Save it for dust and you have when you sand it, which you could probably save, but that seems extreme. Okay, so let me get something to chop off the ends of the toothpick. Hopefully it won't come out of the hinges. Close your eyes when you clip off the ends of toothpicks, so it'll go flying. All right, so we have a toilet with a simple hinge that will connect to the toilet seat. All right, toilet seat time. Actually, this piece is bothering me, so I'm going to warm it up and take this piece off. That's okay. That'll work. Okay. I want to see the missed the beginning. Where is the toilet going? The toilet is not going anywhere. It's just kind of an experiment. It's like a fun little thing. Corey, it's not normal for the live streams. We're having some audio issues, and we just decided to keep going. Apparently, earplugs have been helping. All right, so I'm going to make the toilet seat with some more of this. I'm just going to make one layer with the toilet seat. I guess it's time to see how well pencil will draw on it. Earphones. Did I say earplugs? Earplugs will make it worse. Earphones. Or earplugs might help. Maybe. I don't know. Alright, so I'm going to try and use a pencil and see how well it marks on there. So you can mark a pattern on there. Hi, Sita. Okay, so I'm going to draw the rest of the toilet seat. Okay, I'm going to warm it up, and then I think I'm going to have to cut this with a blade. So I'm going to warm it up first. Okay, oh, sorry. Oh, I messed something up. All right. I'm going to move my wax paper over so that it doesn't stick to my work mat. And I'm going to try and cut on top of that. All my stuff's in the way. I should say that this video is not sponsored by Worbla. People always say that. I forgot to say that. I'm just wanting to try a new material. So I'm not getting any kickbacks or anything for this. This is all my real opinion about how I feel, or how my first time trying this out goes. So I'm going to try and cut this. The blade worked okay. I wasn't pushing super hard, but by the time I got all the way around, it started to cool off, and I couldn't cut all the way through. And then I think it reattached to itself. Is the tiny orange in the green meter driving anyone else crazy? Where is that? Tiny orange in the green meter? I don't know what you're talking about. You have to tell me where that is. Okay. I'm going to try and just cut it straight on my mat. Okay. Okay, it's gonna be a wonky seat to match our wonky toilet. Okay. It's the project process thing on the wall. Oh! Yeah, I lost all my markers. Sorry. Okay. I am having a hard time cutting like a hole in something. But now it's like really soft and I'm afraid it's gonna deform. So I do think it's a little bit easier when you're cutting out an exterior shape and not trying to cut an interior shape out. Just first impressions. There may be someone who knows how to do this a lot better than me. There's another Worbla toilet professional out there. Just making this look easy. I just haven't found their video yet. Alright, so I'm going to flatten that back down. We have a toilet seat. Does it still fit the size of the toilet? I don't know. Oop. Did Stormy do something? Alright. This is what everyone was upset about. I lost my chalk markers. There's actually yellow at the end of this orange as well. No, I'm incorrect. I thought that was yellow. It's all orange, and then it's all yellow with a little bit of orange. I'm sorry. Okay. Now I have to try and connect the hinge to the seat. I think the seat's gonna hang off the toilet a little bit. Oh, a round punch would be a good idea. I don't think I have any that are this big. Oh, Stormy took my markers. She actually brings more things in than takes things out. Usually I'm just stepping over like acorns and broken bits of leaves and stuff. Maybe the toilet seat works better this way. My hinge is just a little bit too forward. Okay, I'm gonna try and remove the hinge and move it backwards. Let's see how easy it is to remove Worbla from already stuck together. Look at Lenore's last comment. If I were doing the seat, I'd make a noodle and then shape it into the circle and then press it flat. Okay. Let's try that. Make a noodle. We'll cut off a piece of this. Make a noodle and then we'll try and press it flat. Hopefully I'm doing what you were talking about. Okay, I'm going to warm this up and then we will noodle it, turn it, and see if we can get a seat. Thank you to Titrimetry. Poppin uses her Dremel to grind things into shape. I may have to try that once we get our toilet together. Make a noodle. I'm making a very thin noodle. I'm making kind of a noodle and then press it flat. Oh, one side's not very warm. Hold on. I'm making a noodle. Okay. I have noodle-fied it. And then turn it into a circle. I don't know if this is going to fit our toilet. Hold on. Maybe. Okay, let me see if I can do this fast enough. Oh, flatten it. I guess I need something to flatten it with. A marker. Hey, that worked pretty well. Should probably have made it smaller because it got bigger as I flattened it. But that worked pretty well. It's all about like getting the techniques of how to do it, I'm sure. Okay, let me warm it up a little bit more. I still think it's a little bit, oh no, that might work. Hold on. All right, so oh, darn it, I flattened it onto my, that's way better. Okay. And that actually will fit. It's a pretty wide toilet. Our hinges are looking a little awkward. So I'm going to try and remove the hinges and then move them back. Maybe that will work. Okay, so I'm just going to warm it up a little bit and try and pull it apart. Okay, see if I can get my hinges off. Oh, yep, popped right off there. That's good to know. Pretty easy. Oh, I'm off screen again. Pretty easy to do. I'm going to shorten these and then move them a lot further back on my toilet so I have enough room to put the hinge to my seat. I don't know if any of that made sense. Who knows what we'll end up with by the end of this stream. Thank y'all for watching. I'm literally making this and y'all are watching. I appreciate it so much. Okay, so I'm going to warm up the hinges and the toilet. We're going to stick them together. Alright, I'm going to try and put my hinges down. Try to keep this one loose. Oh, that may be a problem. Uh-oh. Arlington, we have a problem. Okay. I'm always up for fabric scraps. Thank you, Nancy. Thank you for the super chat. Oh my goodness. Maybe our Worbla toilet is cursed. Is the audio better at all? Did our thing make a... Did our hiccup make the audio better? What a mess of a live stream. My goodness. Hi, Julie. Okay. All right. Maybe our audio got fixed. I don't know. Okay, so what I'm going to do on the hinges, I'm back with audio. Okay, but it's still low. Okay. I'm going to make these separate. And Lenore said keep all the scraps and heat it in a pan to make clay. Oh, that's cool. Alright, so we're going to try the hinges again. It started to stick on this one because I was sticking it further back. It's like almost like playing with Legos, but like Jello Legos, and you have to make all the pieces yourself. That's what it feels like. Okay. Okay. I'm going to heat up some more Worbla. Maybe it's the heat gun. No, because the iPad's not plugged in. It's not the heat gun. All right. I'm going to stick 2 little bumps on the back here. They kind of do look like rolls of toilet paper, don't they? Bumps for the hinges to sit on, and then the other one won't get stuck, hopefully. So put 2 little bumps for my hinges to sit on. All this work to make an opening toilet. I don't think it would hurt to step on like Legos. So far I've kept everything pretty clean except for a part of a toothpick, so. Ava's the only one I'll stay up till 1:30 a.m. to watch make a toilet. Seriously, thank y'all for being here. My goodness. Thank you for being here. Oh, I need to put this over here. When I said we were going to experimenting with materials in the live stream, y'all had no idea, and neither did I. This is what it would be. Alright, so I'm going to squish these down. Hopefully have some adhesion. And then I'm just going to shape this and make sure that this hinge is still moving. This could be an easy, fun way to make hinges, honestly. What did you do last night? Watch someone make a toilet. A wonky toilet out of Worbla. Yes, we're using Worbla, which is thermoplastic or thermal plastic. I'm not sure which way to say that. But you heat it up and then you can kind of mold it into whatever shape you want. So then we attach that to the toilet and maybe heat it and kind of make sure it goes the right shape. Okay, I'm going to try to, I guess I have to put some wax paper underneath this hinge so that it doesn't stick. I think that's going to be the best way to do that. So let me get some wax paper from this piece. I'm going to stick it like so that the Worbla won't stick together, and then I can stick this piece on top of here and then push this down to form it to the top of the toilet bowl. Alright, so we shall try. Let's see. I'm going to try and warm it up over there and then bring it over here to attempt to do this on camera. Yeah, I need both these pieces. Okay. Okay. Gotta work quickly. Put the wax paper underneath. Take the heated toilet seat and then push it onto the toilet bowl and the hinge. Try not to stick it to the other hinges if possible. maybe. Okay. Just gotta let the hinge cool a little bit. Cool off, hinge. All right. We may have a working toilet seat once that cools down. Maybe. Possibly. Sorry if I'm shaking y'all. Is it doing it when I'm adjusting the camera? Oh my gosh. Usually I don't have to adjust this camera so much because, but then both my cameras toilet seat. Oh, it's still cooling down. I don't want to mess with it too much. But I do want to make sure it's not attached. All right. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I would be convinced to stop. Good thing I enjoy making things with y'all and watching the chat. Oh my goodness. Okay. I think I need like a live stream professional to like come and help me. Like physically come here to my house and help me, please. Fix all my stuff. Use the heat gun on the iPad. My last good camera will be dead. I melted my last good camera. We have... It's just one of those things where you just have to laugh. You have to be like, okay,